Welcome back, Portal Masters. SCL Matt here, and like I said in the description, this is a test stream. I'm not doing anything fancy here tonight. I just need to test how my sound works, how my setup works, make sure I have everything running properly. So please, along the way, if you can't hear my voice, if the game is too loud, if the game is too soft, I don't know. Let me know what's going on, what's happening. I'm just going to be sitting back playing a little bit of Trap Team for a couple hours, trying to level up some guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and start a new game here, actually. I don't know. I feel casual tonight. Medium, maybe. We can go hard, right? I probably have enough guys for that. So we'll just start off on the hard story. See how that goes. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I need to get back into Skylanders, and it's honestly been a while since I've played. Actually sat down and played some Skylanders. So recently I've just been checking the characters I bought and make sure they actually work and stuff like that. But it'll be fun to get back into this and actually play a Skylanders game, because like I said, it's been a long time, and I've been asking folks out there what do they think is the best Skylanders game and that type of thing, and Trap Team comes up time and time again, and I don't remember that much about the game. It's been years since I've played Trap Team. So I want to sit down and see if it's as good as everybody else thinks it is.
Called upon to track down these villains and bring them to justice. They were the Trap Team.
So yeah, this is going to take a little while. Like I said, I'm starting a new game, so we're going to let the intro scene play here for a while. But this is a good chance for you out there to let me know, how's the sound working for you? Is my volume, my voice audible? Is it too loud, too soft? Is the game sound? You should be able to hear the game as well. Let me know, is that too loud, too soft? Is there a good balance between the two? If there's stuff going on in the game and I'm talking over it, can you still hear me? All those good things would be useful to know.
Locked away behind walls of pure Traptanium, the Doom Raiders would never again threaten Skylanders. Or so it seemed for many years, until a familiar evil returned. The Trap Team was hurled far away from Skylanders.
How's it going, Skylander Gamer?
As they were drawn away from its magic, they began to shrink. Meanwhile,
thank you for joining us tonight. I'm glad to see that there's actually people watching here. Like I said, I need some feedback. I need feedback from people. I need to know if sound works. The sound is a big thing for me. Like, I can see that the picture is there, that the picture is working, but sound is always so hard to balance by myself. Like, what I think works, and like I have extra controls on my end, so I can turn down.
As head of security,
sound works. Thank you, Cookie.
Let me welcome you to the grand opening of Skylander Academy.
All the cores aren't all that expensive. Some of there were a lot of figures in Trap Team, period. And so when we got to Wave 4 and Wave 5, there are still a lot of figures to be released. And unfortunately, as I've talked about many times with Wave 4 and Wave 5, there's just not a lot of supply of those figures now.
May it usher in a new age of safety.
And that's what makes them all expensive. It's a lack of supply.
Holy guacamole! That thing landed smack dab in the middle of our annual
Welcome, Mr. Boo. Thanks for the confirmation there.
Skylanders and I check it out.
But yeah, this stream is also... I didn't think Flip Wreck was that bad. Echo, I know, is a beast to find nowadays, and if you don't want to pay, yeah, like $50. But yeah. But yeah, thank you for all joining me tonight. This is going to go a long ways towards getting those 4,000 hours that I've talked about earlier. That's something that I need to get in order to monetize this channel. So we're going to just sit back and play some Trap Team and see what's going on. Were you able to pick up Robo naturally, like first time around, or you have to pick it up afterwards? The other thing I'm going to try to do in these streams is level up some of my characters, because I know there's a bunch of them that aren't leveled up. Like Snapshot here, okay, fine. He was the starter pack character. I played with him all the time. He's all leveled up. So I'm going to see if I can find something else in this box that maybe isn't leveled up so much. Here's a character I don't know if I've ever played as. This might be a brand new character. Yeah, there we go. Brand new character here. Fist Bump. I have no idea how to play Fist Bump. Alright, so we've got some kind of like ground smash. Likes to smash the ground a lot. Okay. Well, we'll have to figure out what all that does.
Boomsticks! That's a Skylander, all right.
I'm glad you didn't have to pay $300. That's just crazy that they go for that much nowadays.
Go investigate all this ruckus. Use your attacks to clear out all this stuff.
Yeah, once again, it was just a shortage of or a late wave figures. And I don't know if they just don't produce that many overall, or if it's seriously just sometimes I wonder if it's the stores didn't order it, but sometimes I think stores can't get what they want either. So
only thing better than a key is a loaded cannon pointed at a locked door. Fire away!
So I'm probably not going to collect everything in these levels tonight. Like, I'm not going to hunt down every last area. But like I said, I'm going to try to level up some of these guys. So if I see a chest, I'm definitely going to go grab those. Because I'm going to need some money. It's been a long time since I played, but that's one thing I know you need. There's lots and lots of money to upgrade these guys. So if you've ever watched me play before in old videos and stuff, like I didn't stream them, but you know I like to collect things. You know I like to 100% levels. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge not to force myself to do that. And you know what? I didn't plan ahead. I bet you I don't have traps handy right now.
He's supposed to be in Cloudcracker Prison, leading an ill-fated sheep rebellion. But hey, this gives us a perfect opportunity to practice our trapping skills. Go ahead and take him down for me, will ya? Sheep creep.
Now, I'm really going to have to figure out where my traps are. I might have to just borrow some that I just bought in some of the new lots to sell. Thanks. Yeah, 100%ing levels is awesome. Airship, you're right. I think it's because some of them just have so much stuff to collect, depending on which game we're talking about. Oh, that hurt.
Sheep creep defeated.
Put a light trap in the portal to trap this villain.
Well, like I said, I don't have my traps right now, so I'm going to have to skip this. because I'll have to hunt them down. I did not plan well for this. You think Swap Force has the best content? I'm always amazed how many people love Swap Force. And I know it had a lot of content, but it's not really my favorite. And the more I think about it over the years, like I've never thought about I never thought I cared which studio made which game. But when I go back and think about it, I really love Toys for Bob games a lot more than Vicarious Visions games. Like I love the original 2. I had fun with Trap Team. I had fun with Imaginators, but my least favorite games are Swap Force and Superchargers. I don't know which one I'd put on the bottom, but as far as like overall game goes, they're my least favorite.
Wait a dagburn minute! That looks like Traptanium! I haven't seen that magical stuff in a long time. Not sure what Traptanium would be doing here, but I know that only the righteously awesome power of a Trap Master's crystal weapon can break it open.
Oh, you say you need a Trap Master.
Right
Got here.
Max to the max.
Yeah, I honestly think a lot of people, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of people love Swap Force just because of the amount of content. That's something they always harped on, especially coming out of Giants. Like, Giants was in a weird position where they just came off of Spyro's Adventure. They didn't have a lot of time. Like they didn't have their rotation between studios down yet. And so they had to figure out what they could do with the assets. I mean, that's why we got so many Series 2 characters, right? Because they didn't have time to create a whole new roster. So they just expanded on what they already had made. And the game was a little bit shorter than people would have liked. But then you get Swap Force, where undoubtedly they had more time and a whole separate team working on it. So you didn't have to worry about that. But
you're showing a lot of promise, kid. I like that.
Never liked Trap Team. Wow.
But if you really want to stay ahead of the game, you'll need to check out these elemental gates. It can only be opened by a Trap Master.
Yeah. I don't know. Swap Force, like I said, had a lot of content. A lot of content. And if we're being honest, once again, some of it I probably never played. I played the main story. 100%ed the game technically. And like, I love playing on PlayStation. I love my trophies. And so, like, I got my platinum trophy on PlayStation.
You remember those bounce pads from earlier? Well, this here's a super bounce pad.
But past that, like, I didn't play all of the extra content, I don't think. I did more so in later games, but yeah, in Swap Force, I probably played like the bare minimum, I'm guessing. Yeah, that was rough when they got into the later games and the Wii started crashing. I mean, the lifetime of the Wii was far, far past what it should have been. But they had such a following and such a fan base from the family fan base and the kids, right? And the system still worked for so long, but parents just didn't want to upgrade. I mean, think about it. Like, that's why the Wii U kind of sucked, is nobody wanted to upgrade from the Wii. Everybody loved the Wii.
Without you seeing me walk past? Exactly. Secret ninja commando skill.
So yeah, I'll have to see here what fist bump can do later on. Is anybody out there super knowledgeable with fist bump? Like, I'm not really a big fan of him right now. I don't like all this ground pound stuff. Like, in general, I like more ranged attacks. So I don't know if fist bump's just not the guy for me, or if I need to learn to use this rock wall thing, whatever he's doing there.
And strange thing is, he's supposed to be locked up in Cloudcracker Prison too. Something very peculiar going on.
Yeah,
here.
if it only if it only released on Wii U, I don't think it would have had the same effect. I don't know if Skylanders would have been nearly as big. Skylanders on the Wii was huge. It's like I said, that families with small kids, like that was their target demographic, and that was who bought it.
That's why I must have soda! The Gulper.
The Gulper. Let's see if we can fight the Gulper.
If it's soda that Gulper wants, it's soda he's not gonna get. So all you need to do is bounce
Level 1 of Skylanders is always rough, especially if you've played it before.
That ought to hold him for a
They're
bit.
so intent on holding your hand through the entire level and making sure you know how everything works. And I get it from, once again, their demographic was little kids, people with families. You want to make sure everybody knows what they're doing. But it gets so repetitive. Like, if you're playing the game on hard or nightmare, you should be able to, like, skip through all these dialogue scenes. Or turn off the teaching tips. If anybody wants to play on nightmare, it's a pretty good bet that they don't need instructions on how to play the game. All right, thanks for joining, Mr. Boo.
Gravel. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Now quick, get over there and destroy the bat.
I always feel bad destroying soda. I like my soda. Even got it right here.
Just had the most awesome idea, even for me. See these two vats here? This orange ambrosia cooler was named the soda of the
In the
year.
chat, quick go. Your favorite soda. Or maybe you don't, if you don't drink soda, what's your favorite drink?
Even worse than it sounds. But if we can switch them up.
I would like to think most people that play Skylanders also drink soda.
It might just
I could be
bring
wrong.
him down to size. That's the ticket. Just switch up those bats.
Lemonade. All right. There we go.
Well done.
Sprite. Oh, man. Clear sodas are hard for me to get behind nowadays. Like, they're good.
The Gulper defeated.
Sprite or 7-Up or anything like that was always something that I got when I was sick when I was a kid. I don't know why exactly. Never really questioned it though. But yeah, Mountain Dew is my drink of choice for sure. Oh man, that hurts. That really hurts to see all those empty circles there. Oof. I didn't even hit my enemy goal. That's because I didn't explore all my areas. I might have to do that on the next level just because I hate seeing those empty. I really do. I really hate seeing empty circles. We'll see. I'll survive. Like I said, I'm just here to have some fun, hang out with you guys, and start leveling up some figures. Because I'm going to need them later on when we have some actual fun, have some other planned activities.
Cloudcracker prison,
But
right? I know. And that's not all. Cloud like it's been totally blown wide open.
so I'm glad to see that this setup works for you guys.
All the cool stuff that this
I'm glad to see that it was relatively painless. It works with most of the equipment that I already had. I only had to order like one adapter, I think. But everything else seems to be working out well. So
What other bad guys might be on the loose? We need to figure that out as soon as ASAP.
Well, we can always ask the Stoneheads on Know-It-All Island. They know everything. Problem is, the island has been totally taken over by trolls.
Trolls.
I'm going to have to get some other people in here to talk with me.
Compadre. Big problemo.
Me talking by myself, it's going to get pretty boring pretty quick.
Skylander.
Hey, hold your horse,
Ranking of Skylanders games. Well, I've always told people that my go-to Skylanders game is Spyro's Adventure. I mean, Spyro's Adventure is the game I have played and replayed more than any other game I can think of.
To play as your captured enemy.
So it's
happy to dance with you at this magical
that's what I'm wondering when everybody else is telling me like the best game is Skylanders Trap Team. Like, do I just not remember it that well? Have I not played it enough? And so we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I had to rank them right now, it'd probably go like Spyro's Adventure. Like I know when I played through Imaginators, I really liked it. And so that might be up there too. So probably be something like Spyro's Adventure, Imaginators, Trap Team, Giants, Swap Force, Superchargers. I think yeah, maybe something like that. That'd be my off the cuff right now. But that's a big reason why I wanna get back into these games and play through them again, so I can actually see if my memory of them is correct and if my opinion of them has changed. All right, let's see. What else you got here? Seismic Slide. Okay, slide across the ground to run into enemies. That could be useful. Fault lines travel further. Okay, we can't afford those now, so we'll just get the third move in here. See if that helps. Welcome, Gage. Yeah, I mean, once again, I didn't really give. I don't know how the notifications work, especially since I'm like running this through third-party stuff. I don't know if the notification system works exactly the same way or what. I'm assuming some sort of notification went out, and that's why we have anybody here watching at all. Otherwise, I just kind of randomly put this out on Twitter saying, hey, I'm gonna try this out.
And insanely unbeatable nightmares aside, though, it's a great way to
Oh,
earn
yeah.
awesome rewards. Just walk up to the statue
That
and
was
check
a
it
fun
out.
mode. See, yeah, my ranking in Trap Team might go up again, actually. Airship rankings of gimmicks in each game. That's
You ready to take a trip
that's
to
an interesting one
Know-It-All
too.
Island? Oh, and by the way, I'm the best pilot in all
Rankings
Skylanders.
of gimmicks. Rankings of
And
gimmicks.
that's putting it mildly.
So I will admit, as much as I
Part two.
dislike
Let's get this show on the road.
Swap Force as a whole,
Turns
at
out
least
we're meeting that buzzkill.
from my memory, I
Just
do
ask me,
like
he'd
the
be
swapping
right at home
mechanic.
on Know-It-All Island.
Like that.
Of course,
That
I
is
really
super
wanna know
clever,
is
and
how
I
these bad
still
guys
to this day
behave.
don't fully understand how that works.
What is the matter with
I
you?
mean,
Hold still,
honestly, that's something I plan on doing eventually, is taking apart a Swap Force character and seeing exactly how they work. But that might be my top gimmick. But then, like, the traps I enjoy a lot too. I will give them that. So they're probably number 2. Vehicles didn't care for as much. Creation crystals, I mean, I get it, but I'm not that. I don't consider myself that creative of a person, at least not in that respect. It's not something that I enjoy doing, I guess. Character creation, like, I know people that can spend hours in the first 5 minutes of a game just creating their character and playing with all the options. But that's not me. I'm just like, give me a default and let me play. So I would much rather just play with the characters they gave me rather than spend hours and hours designing characters. So the creation crystals and imaginators didn't do a whole lot for me. Welcome, Doom Raiders, to my own. And I mean, the giants, they were the first ones. It was what it was. Nothing special, nothing bad. But yeah, it's it. So Swap Force, Trap Team. Now that I, Chaos, have rescued probably giants after that. My protection. Here in my new hidden and then put vehicles ahead of creation crystals. Yeah. My favorite element of Skylanders. Ooh. I know what you're thinking. Ingenious? I think in general,
God of good, your protection did the
I like the life Skylanders the best.
I don't like
that. May be partially because my favorite color is green, and so a lot of them are green. Like I mean, I've told you before, my all-time favorite figure is Camo, and so like part of the reason for that is like he's green and yellow, and that looks good. And I mean, well, I'm also a Patrick fan. I don't know if that actually plays into it, but I think those colors work good together. So but yeah, just thinking about a lot of the other life characters, like they tend to be solid figures, characters. To bring Skylands to its but then again, and believe me, Undead is really nice too. There's a lot of good Undead characters. Like Shortcut is an amazing character. I might have to see if I can pull him up. Actually, I probably don't need to level him up though, so I'm probably not going to play as him.
Next up, know-it-all.
Good evening.
Supposedly, you could ask these stoneheads anything. Like maybe where Buzz is.
Yes, doing all my work to archive the history of Skylanders.
And he's not even here. Who says I'm not? Used my secret ninja commando training to sneak right up on you. Just like I used.
I appreciate that, Matthew. Can't stay. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time and adding to the grand total of things. But you have a good night. There'll be plenty more streams coming around. So this is not going to be the last time you see me. This is not going to be the last time, your last chance. I mean, you can always watch this on demand afterwards. It'll be out there.
To open the big door. That's the ticket.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to do all these because, like I said, I don't have my traps. Fan of PvP more last time I was in Swap Force. So, I never really messed around with too much PvP because when I started playing Skylanders, like I was the only one I knew who played Skylanders. I didn't really have anybody to play with. So, I didn't do a lot of PvP stuff. I know that's something that a lot of people did like and missed after it left. And that's why I stand by. I think Smash Brothers style Skylanders game would be amazing. Like, it needs to go online. Number one, it needs to go online. But then past that, like, they just need to allow the characters to fight each other, right? I think that was some of their justification back in the day for removing PvP or something like that. I think I heard that once. So, like, I would be all for it. If that's the only Skylanders game we got coming out now, I'd be okay with that. Because that would mean I could go online and play against you guys, and I think that would be a blast. Like, it doesn't have to be an exact replica of Smash. It just needs to be something that's fun and something that gives you access to the full lineup of characters.
Let's tussle.
Because, I mean, they literally have hundreds of characters now. Why aren't they doing something with that roster? We put so much time and effort into all of this, and now we just see them sitting on a shelf. And for some of us, yeah, we still play, sure, but the majority of the world out there doesn't even know about Skylanders, really.
Tussle Sprout defeated.
Open world Skylanders, yeah, that'd be cool.
This villain.
Come on.
So, yeah, Imaginators, it's another game I need to go back and play. Like, I haven't played in 4 years. And I went back and read some, like, review I wrote of it 4 years ago, or almost 5 years ago, probably, when it came out. And I had written in that review, hands down, Skylanders Imaginators is the best Skylanders game ever. And I wouldn't just say that to hype it up. Like, that's not me. So there's definitely something in it that I really enjoyed, and it may have just been kind of first reaction type of thing, but I mean, it's I don't recall enough about the game right now to give you a definite answer why I felt it was so good, but I know that was my opinion of it. Lax of Repos. I told you in the comment section the other day, I love your username, but that is so good, especially since you have the sunburn picture there to go with it.
Ready for
That is
another
top notch. But yeah, we were talking about this earlier. I always tell people my favorite game is Spyro's Adventure, and that it's because, I mean, the only reason I can give you right now is because that's the game I go and play the most. It's the game I enjoy the most. I enjoy originals and things. So, it's something that I
Stronger in this zone.
I will give you guys a updated ranking as I go back and play through these games.
Looks like this whole
But
area got sealed off due to
right now, I mean, that's kind of where I stand. Is Spyro's Adventure, the original, and it's the best.
Just throw this
So many people say, well, you can't jump. I'm like, I don't care. They developed the game without jumping. It is what it is. It's still a great game, a great story, good length to it. Like, it has a lot of things going for it.
Holy guacamole! These trolls aren't kidding around here. Well, compadre, neither are we. This is another case where a bomb could really come in handy.
All right. Do you want to go through these gates now? I said I did, but take care of these guys first.
Fire wins.
All right, let's check out some of these gates. I can use a little bit more experience for these guys.
A trap master of the life element is required.
Oh, I forgot that you needed trap masters to get through these gates. That was a pain for people who didn't have them all. I always hate having to explain that to parents of little kids and why they can't access these areas. I'm like, well, actually, you're gonna have to spend another 15-20 bucks just to access like 5 areas in the game.
Skylanders of the life element are stronger in this zone.
And it'd be one thing if like that was if it was DLC and you got like whole extra levels along with it, like the adventure packs and stuff. But yeah, when it's just these little like side areas, that's always rough to explain to parents.
Race for impact.
And then even harder on their part that they have to explain it to their kids. Like, no, we can't get this because we're not spending that kind of money for that little return. But that's why it was always so fun too when you get the parents who get into collecting the figures along with the kids. You have a reason to buy all the extra figures then. Do you actually need a bomb for these? Or are these the ones you can beat up? I never remember. It's not showing me any damage bubbles, but maybe I should just go get a bomb. That's probably easier. Yeah, it is the remake, and that's probably what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it would have been one thing if they just let you use a trap master of any element, or I mean, a non-trap master of that element. That's what I'm going after. But yeah, as soon as they said it has to be a trap master, that means it has to be a new figure, which means you have to spend more money.
Fists of Fury.
That's true. The Swap Forest gates were were interesting, but like I said, I never really did a lot of 2-player. Oh, that's right. You can fall off now. That was always an easy way to find hidden areas in the early games when you couldn't fall off like this. It's like, well, if they let you go off the edge, that's where a secret area is. So you just walk around the edges until you find it. Yeah, Joseph, I've never played as Fist Bump before either, but I mean, at base level, his attacks actually are surprisingly powerful. So I've been happy with him so far. Like,
Oh yeah!
no complaints. I'm surprised he's lasted this long, honestly. Is there anything over here? I'm gonna get blown up with this bomb. Okay.
Fire landslide. Shake it up.
Those gems look like they should be worth a lot more than 10 gold.
Yeah! Fire landslide.
Thankfully, you can throw bombs a really long way. Yeah, I'm guessing a lot of people didn't end up getting Fist Bump. I think I just picked one up in one of the lots I got recently. But yeah, this is from my personal collection right now, the ones that I'm using. So, they're like, I do have all the figures,
The air element are
all the base
stronger in
figures.
this zone.
But as you've seen here, like, I haven't actually played with all of them. There were, I mean, some games there were just way too many figures, and a game like Trap Team like this, I was definitely going to focus on the Trap Masters. Like, they're more powerful, made more sense to use them. They could open all the gates, and there were already 16 Trap Masters, or 18, I believe, once we got Light and Dark. So I didn't have, like, I never ran out of those figures. I rarely had to go, maybe on Nightmare mode I did, but otherwise I rarely had to go use a non-Trap Master, a core figure. So I just use them all day. Most interesting figure focus. Oof. I mean, I tried to start off with some of the more interesting ones. Something I thought would be at least a semi-popular character, and something that would be interesting to talk about. So, like, Stealth Elf was, in my opinion, pretty interesting. There will be some interesting ones coming up yet, though. I think an underrated one that I've put out already is Camo. Not only is he one of my favorite figures, but his only variant is so ridiculous. Just came out of nowhere, and I feel a lot of people just don't know the story. Like, that's just how it goes sometimes. If you're not paying attention to the collecting scene, if you don't care about chase variants, like, you weren't gonna find out about those things. Okay, this bump's kind of growing on me, especially since those things attack like every time that I do. Those fault lines that I put out there. Like, he has this combo with the punch. Now he's getting attacked from both sides. Awesome.
Buzzerbeak
Hard agree. Buying traps and Trap Masters. Yeah. I think. Oh yeah, and there were the minis in here, which didn't have any extra purpose. Like, that felt. I feel like the minis should have been a gimmick all to themselves, right? Like, that is, like, we had the giants were a gimmick all to themselves. We could have had minis that were a gimmick all to themselves.
Ooh, look what I unearthed.
Like, if I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is like one place in the hub that the minis have sole access to, right? I think that's about it. I think that's the only thing you need a mini for.
Hi-ho, Skylander. It's me, Blobbers.
Hey, cowboy.
Another unfortunate choice in accepting a
but
job.
I think that could have been another
that
gimmick. That's something
trolls.
that.
But now that you're here, it seems my luck has finally turned around.
I mean,
Follow me up this
you
I can show you where to find
something
more
gets
Stonehead.
shrunk down, and we need the minis to go explore it, or just there's little, entrances that only the minis can get into. Yeah, little small tunnels that only they could get. And yeah, that it's the opposite of the giant chests. And like that would have been useful, but instead they gave us like 16 minis on top of 16 Trap Masters, on top of dozens and dozens of traps. Like, it was just so much extra.
This plug will shatter. Oh, that's going to be very exciting.
Because I bet that's the other thing I have in this box too, is a whole bunch of minis that I've probably never played with, and it's kind of sad. Like that, like I would have played through Trap Team multiple times
the big rolling ball
when
that's what you need.
When I got the game, because like I said, not only did I
You're doing it.
play the game for my channel, like I didn't do a lot of streaming back then, but I did
Now we could ride
kind of walkthrough videos. And so I went through each level multiple times for those videos. I went through the game multiple times to get my PlayStation trophies. I mean, to just beat it on hard, beat it on nightmare, at least. I probably played it on medium, making the walkthrough videos. And so, like, I've played through the game multiple times.
So I think we're gonna need another
But still, they produced way too many figures for me to actually use them all. That would be an interesting way to go about it. Yeah, if you could use Trap Masters or minis. Oh, all right. Let's see. What is this? This is Dark. Do I have him available? Or sorry, her. Well, I can't find Nightmare right now, so I'll have to come back for that later.
Go!
They should have stayed as sidekicks. I don't know if they're less powerful. That's not something I ever really like. That was never really my game, to keep track of stats like that and figure out how strong everybody's attacks were and that type of thing. I know a lot of people paid attention to that. I just knew I had a pile of Skylanders that if one of them died, that I could throw the next one on the portal and be just fine. I was kind of spoiled that way. So, so the sidekicks and minis are essentially interchangeable. In Trap Team, if you put a sidekick on the portal, it will read as a mini. And if you put, they actually go backwards too. So if you put a mini on the portal in Spyro's Adventure, well, if it's one of the original 4, it will read as a sidekick.
Skylanders.
So they basically have the exact same programming in them. But yeah.
Hey, Skylander, I came to Know-It-All Island looking for advice on how to make money, and all the Stoneheads told me is that some of it is over there. Now I just need some way to get to it. Hey, I know. If Slobbertrap could come here and push this big old statue down, it would make the perfect bridge. Sounds like a real long shot, but hey, here's hoping.
All right, so there's one thing I realized I haven't done is turn off notifications.
Oh no, Skylander, the trolls must have sent for reinforcements. We're doomed.
What kind of attitude is that, soldier?
I'm, not a soldier.
Then this probably isn't the place for you right now, buddy. Why don't you take a hike and let the professionals handle things?
With pleasure.
Keep cool, compadre. Just hop in that there turret. We can blast these trolls silly.
Oh, my best find in a lot. Oof.
That's it. Now just move the target around and start. Nice. Are you sure you've never done this before? Oh yeah, that's what I like to see.
I'm trying to remember if I had any really good finds back in the day. I know I bought a lot of lots back then too, just to complete my collection before.
Right into my
So, okay, back in the day, they're not nearly as valuable or rare now. But I know I had a couple of lots where, if you remember in the early days when Boomer was super rare, super hard to find, super expensive yet. I had a lot that had like 2 Boomers and a Granite Crusher, which, like I said, nowadays, I mean, those are just standard prices. But back in the day, they were hard to find. They were pricey. Nowadays, I would say I mean, I've shown off some of my lots, and honestly, I do have another lot on the way. Probably have another unboxing video on Monday, hopefully. If everything, if the postal service is on time, I will hopefully have another unboxing video for you on Monday. And that is probably going to be the best of the best if everything that was not paying attention to my character health. Let's see who else. Ooh, here, we were just talking about her before. I bet you I haven't played with her either.
Let's make some
Once again,
noise.
it sounds sad because everybody wants her. But yep, level 1. Here we go. What's the level 1 Echo look like? She had some bubbles. She shoots bubbles. Okay, relatively deadly bubbles, but she's gonna die soon. Okay. I'll have to level out Echo up because I hear she's actually pretty cool, but probably not the best place to throw new guys. Ooh, he has a hat on, so I've at least played with him before. Or not. Maybe not. Maybe I just put hats on people. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, you're dead too. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Stalwarting. Wow, that's a long name. But yeah, Fistbump made it an extremely long time there. Next one on top of the box here. See who we got. Guessing I haven't played much with this guy either.
Darkness falls.
Because I'm telling you, Light and Dark was Nightmare Nightlight. That's all you needed. Oh, that looks deadly. Okay, this looks like an awesome character. I'm going to have to spend some more time with him. Oh, please don't die now, though. It's those stupid bombs I'm not paying attention to. But yes, Airship, I will live stream opening the lot. Because that'll be fun, especially if, like I said, if everything's there that should be there, it's going to be a lot of fun. But like the lot almost seems like too good to be true. And so that has me worried a little bit. Okay, this is slightly annoying that I don't remember how to play these characters.
Slobber Trap defeated.
Like, I don't remember what all their attacks are. So that's part of the trouble. Like you saw, like Blastermind, I've obviously used before, level 16, but yeah, Spotlight and Blackout were super. I had trouble finding them in stores. I obviously did, but man, oh man, like this is not fun.
Exactly as I predicted.
I mean, honestly, it was kind of fun. Like, I love hunting for Skylanders.
Looks like they're bringing out the
So it makes it all sweeter once you actually find them.
shoot, I say.
Series 3 be recognized as a Series 2 or just normal in previous games? Yeah, it's recognized as Series 2. That's you got to think of it from a programming perspective. So when they made Giants, they only programmed in Series 1 and Series 2. Giants has no idea that Series 3 figures even exist. So, yeah, they'll let you put a Series 3 figure on the portal, but it's going to read as a Series 2 because that's all that the game knows.
We now know all we need to know about this escaped Doom Raider gang. They say no one is half the battle. But you know
Yeah,
what the
Series
other
2
half
special is a lot of times what it says.
So let's get back to the academy.
That's something I want to do eventually too, since I know I do have most of these figures, is kind of go through all the games. I mean, would that be something that you think would be useful to you guys, or at least you would look at from time to time? Like if I put it on their figure page, it's like this figure, when you put it in this game, this is what shows up. Is that worth my time even? Or I don't know if that would be worth it or not. Well, Lex Repos, like what do you mean by small collection? Like what are you looking for? Like
Raiders are bad with a capital B.
one of every figure, or one of every element, or and are we talking multiple games here, or just like all from like the smallest collection you can have that will work in every game? Or give me some parameters here.
Problem, Buzz, my man. You just tell me who we're going after first and consider him caught.
Because yeah, I mean, very general tips.
He was the only one who left a
If you have the funds, buy big lots. It's going to be your best bet. You can usually talk people down from their asking price.
Check him out.
Because if they're trying to sell everything in one big lot, it usually means that they just want to get rid of it quickly.
This here is a special gate, Skylander. Where does it lead to? Very special places.
It could be a lot of copy pasting. I probably wouldn't get to copy paste that much because I have to go through it figure by figure. And
Starbucks will appear in Skylands Academy, which contains
it'll be like, I don't mind repetitive, boring work. I mean, that's what I'm doing with the website right now. I'm redoing a few things on the website, and I mean, it's a lot of copy paste. All those figure pages are generically the same. You change the picture, you change a couple of links, and change the name of the figure, and I mean, yeah. All right, who do I want to blackout? That's who we need to work on. Access everything in every game, but not every single Skylander. Bare minimum to be able to reach all areas. Okay, so in general, I do have a page in the getting started section, I believe, that man, what is it?
Oh, looks like we're meeting up with Buzz again at some place.
It's one of the first few pages, I think, that's like,
sounds interesting.
Why should I buy more than the
Still
starter
not so
pack
sure
or something
about
like that?
this Buzz guy.
Anywho, and I kind of go through and say, okay, if you want to access all the areas in this game, here's what you need.
Well, okay, let's shove
In
off
general,
and
that's going to
jump
be
into
like
place.
one of
And
every
while
element.
we're at it, I can tell you
And
more
then,
about
I
my
mean,
House of
obviously, like
Violating skills.
Trap Team,
Of course, you could observe them
you need,
firsthand,
you
but
know,
they sound
one of
even
each
better
element
when
of each
described
Trap
by
Master, not just a standard figure. But that also means you don't actually need the standard figures in this game.
I'm guessing that's Choppy Mountain over there.
So the best bang for your buck is probably going to be
you know, I had my old
getting
Mount Flinmore.
Sticking to as many Series 2 and 3 figures as you can,
Of cake. No,
because you'll be able to go back
whole thing washed away. Just wish I'd known
and
that
use those in the earlier games.
so much more.
So if you get all Series 3 figures, you can use those in the first 3 games.
And if you find out the Choppy Mountain is also made of cake, make sure to let me know.
And then then just make sure in the later games that you have enough of the gimmick landers, because those are going to be required in some capacity. And I kind of have that outlined there, I believe. That's one of those sections that I need to run through again sometime and make sure everything's still accurate. But in general, get one thing from each element. Instead, I would stick with like Series 2, Series 3 figures because they're the most versatile. And then you'll need 10 Trap Masters because you need light and dark. Superchargers, I think you need one of each vehicle type. So I think you only need like 3 vehicles technically, if I remember correctly. But you'll need one Skylander of each. Although I don't think they need to be superchargers in there. Selling every single figure from SSA, Low Pack, Dark Spyro, Game World case for 165. 165 just for I struggle with that. That's okay, but
Okay, I'll admit
the
scared.
majority of SSA figures,
But now that you're here, I'm
especially in a large lot, can usually be had for like $1 or $2 each.
Knuckles. Courage.
And so we're talking 32 figures. Even if you go on the high end at like $2 a piece, talking like $60.
Good.
Like,
Okay, thank you.
I wouldn't want to pay more than like $100 for an SSA collection, unless there are a lot of variants in there. And I'm not just talking like Dark Spyro. I'm talking like chase variants. Like that's probably the only thing that's going to drive that price up over $100 for me.
I'm not scared of nothing, Skylander. I just accidentally locked myself inside this jail cell. Why would a normal house even have a jail cell? But if you can find something to blow this door open, I'll help.
Well, welcome to the stream, Robert. I'm glad you remember this game. A lot of people remember this game. This is Skylanders Trap Team. I mean, a lot of people were into the franchise by this point. I'm surprised how many people haven't played the first 2 games. I've actually heard that more often than I ever would have thought. But a lot of people got into the series at Swap Force. And
a trap master of the magic element is
it's
required from this gate.
I mean, Swap Force
Mind over matter
was kind of the height of Toys to Life. And that's also, I mean, as I've talked about a little bit before, that that's where they kind of fell apart too, because they produced far too many figures during Swap Force, kind of destroyed their budget going forward. But it also wasn't just because I think they could have been all right if they were still the only game on the block. But as you know, when Swap Force came out, by that time we had competition like Disney Infinity, and then Amiibo the year after that, and then Lego Dimensions the year after that, and it just was all downhill from there. But I think if Skylanders would have had the Swap Force year all to themselves, and parents didn't have to split their time, money, and attention between Skylanders and Disney Infinity, a property which, you know, they knew all the characters already. They didn't have to learn the Skylanders franchise. It would have been a different ballgame. But it just didn't work. Red Series 1 Drill Sergeant is a chase variant. It's not really that rare. It was a store exclusive at Walmart. But yeah, you can probably find it for, off the bat, I'm guessing probably $10-15 now. Maybe less than that if you're lucky. Yeah, people get kind of crazy and think that just because they have a lot of figures, they can charge a lot of money. And those either are resellers that don't know what they're selling or resellers that are trying to take advantage of people who don't know what they're buying. And so, like, yeah, there might be some legitimate reasons why someone might want that many traps or that many tree Rexes or other starter pack figures. Like, they're just trying to offload the starter pack figures they bought in bulk. They got them cheap somewhere. They're trying to make some money back. But yeah, I mean, no one's gonna pay $700 for a lot like that. If you want to offload a whole lot of life and water traps, I mean, I'll pay like a quarter a piece, maybe, but I'm not gonna pay $700. Giants and Swap Force Primetime. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with anybody's opinion. Well, I might disagree with your opinion. I'm not going to stop you from having your own opinion, though. Swap Force on Wii. Yeah. Talked about that earlier. It sucked when the Wii started crashing. I mean, they did all they could. But the games got so big and the Wii was pretty old at that point. The Wii came out in what, 2000? Was it 2005, 2006, somewhere in there? So by the time SSA came out, we're already looking at a system that's 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old. And that is what was the typical lifespan, the life cycle of a console. 5 or 6 years, that's all you expect to get out of it. The Wii, I don't know how it lasted so long, but it did, and that people kept making games for it. So yeah, by the time, like I said, that was for SSA. So by the time you got to Giants and Swap Force, like, we're talking about 2, 3, 4 years past the average lifespan. We're talking about a console that is, what I say, like 8 years old at that point. It's rough. Oh wait, where's that? I didn't grab a bomb. Where'd my bomb go? I love little things like this where it's not necessary. They don't make you do it, but when you can blow up stuff like that. But you have to think, where's my bomb? Yeah, all 256 combinations. That's another one. I don't know that I ever actually put in all 256 combinations in my game. I mean, it's a couple hour commitment, honestly, just to get those in the game. And that's not even playing the game at all. Well, here's going to be some nice money for Blackout here, so you can get some of those upgrades. Favorite elemental theme? You're talking about them before. Like, I'm a big fan of the life, but I think that's just because I like the color green. I also really like a lot of the undead characters. Shortcut has always been one of my favorites, especially in Trap Team, obviously. But I think overall they have a pretty good set of figures as well. So those two are on the top of my list for sure. Yeah, Just Dance. I can't say that I ever played the game, but it was for
Skylanders are the
multiple
lifeblood.
years. It was
Stronger
the
than they
only
get.
game being released on the Wii, and I don't know how they got away with that. And I mean, honestly, somebody must have been buying it yet. That's the crazy part. But I have a buddy of mine, Jason, who he loved following all sorts of weird news like that, and that was one of his favorites to follow. It's like, well, did Just Dance announce a new game this year? Oh, sure enough, they did.
Not sure how screwing down the coil would help unlock that big door. But see if you can screw down more of them. And you guys,
I think most of us spent a lot in Skylanders back in the day, but I mean, that was my hobby, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with spending your money. Like, some people spend their money going out to bars. Some people spend their money going out to the movies. I typically do a lot of those things, so I spent my money on Skylanders. That's what I did. That was my choice. That was my hobby, and that's where I chose to spend my money. So I don't feel bad about it. I mean, I'm sitting here years later still playing Skylanders, still talking to other people about Skylanders. I don't call it a waste.
Out of the shadows.
I think it's awesome.
What's the matter, Skylander? Don't like being blasted?
No, I don't like being blasted, especially since I'm almost dead. How do you like it?
By my own cannon. Not fair.
Come on, stick with me, Blackout. Oh, there's some food. Thank you. All right. Chompy Mage. Let's get this done with.
Not again.
Chompy Mage is one of the best villains out there, though.
Have to fly away now, but when we meet again, I will definitely make sure not to leave any.
Oh, sorry about that, Laxery Close. Elemental theme. That's a good question. I can't say that I've paid that much attention to the individual themes that play in those zones. I'll have to go back and listen to that. That would be a good ranking. I like that. All right, so there's a quest down there. I'm not going to do those right now because I don't have my traps handy. I'll have to remember that for the next stream if I'm playing Trap Team again. Life and Magic, are those good ones?
Cruiser. Bring on the night.
Skylanders is an amazing hobby, Robert. I mean, it's hard to beat. Well, the game isn't hard to beat, but you know what I mean. Get out the way. All right, Blackout. You can do it. You can do it. Blackout, you're gonna die again. All right. I'm gonna try to make Blackout not die, so I apologize for the silence. But is he really restricted to that ring there? I can hide in the corner. It's kind of cheating. Oh, there we go. Okay. Games I play outside of Skylanders. Oh yeah, I play other games too. Man, I haven't had a lot of time for video games lately, so I haven't played a lot of the newer things. But I'm always up for franchises from Ratchet and Clank has always been a favorite of mine. I still didn't really figure out her moves. I've been known to play, Skyrim, Assassin's Creed. What else we got out there? I mean, Nintendo stuff. I'm always into Mario games. I like a lot of platformers. Like platformers are some of my favorites. I think a highly underrated and game if you have PlayStation is Knack. It's a great platformer. Like Knack, I feel is the type of game that I would have created. Like that's my style of game. Come on, topple. There you go.
Bruiser defeated.
Yeah. Tamabu have no idea what's going on. Thankfully, that would be a whole different type of game if you actually needed to like protect Mabu. Like they couldn't get hit. That could be like a whole star in and of itself. No Mabu injured. Thankfully, the game is not that rough. Sometimes 3 stars are tough enough, taking no damage, or
That's right. I can still see you.
getting 3 stars on Nightmare can be oof.
Just find the next coin. And what are you standing around for, Mabu Defense Force? Oh, no, wait.
Robert, I honestly don't even know what that is. Or who that is. Is that a person? Is that a designer? Or is that a game franchise? Gotta help me out here.
Axe to the max.
You gotta protect the Mabu. Like I said, thankfully they can't actually get hurt. Otherwise, I would have been doing a horrible job protecting them. So yeah, that's part of the reason I need to level up these Skylanders. Is I see that locks are the thing to do out there now, especially with Skylanders games. So I can probably put something together for you guys. But yeah, like I definitely, if I'm going to be doing them on hard or even Nightmare, I definitely need to be more comfortable with the games again. I need to remember what I'm actually doing, and I need to have figures that are decently leveled. So if we're gonna do something along those lines, but really large game franchise. Oh, Persona. Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with Persona. I have not actually played any of the Persona games. I don't know if I get into it or not, but best villain theme. Oof. Once again, I don't remember those well enough to give you a decent answer. So I'll have to think on those for a while and get back to you. But I should probably collect those coins and break that block. Why wouldn't you do a Nuzlocke in a game? Is there any particular reason why you wouldn't do one? But yeah, I mean, if you guys are cool with casual streams with me just, grinding levels to level up characters and such, like, I can do this all day. I mean, I'm not going to do all day, but I mean, already been at it for almost an hour and a half, and well, I feel bad that I'm only like 3 levels into the game, but there's only so fast you can take some of these levels, and sometimes it's dictated by cutscenes. So, okay, whatever this base attack is with the little like music notes or whatever, that does like 111 damage base, like that seems ridiculous to me. Maybe that's why everybody wanted Echo. I mean, I gotta work on aiming it a little bit, and she needs to speed up because she needs that can't run away from anybody, and I need a little bit of distance between me and the bad guy to get that shot off. But yeah. If that damage increases over time, which I'm assuming it does, because that's base level. All right. I already killed Blackout, so we'll go back here to Chopper.
Dynamite.
Hey, Pirate Dad. It's going well. Well enough, at least. I finally started dying. This bump ruled the day in the beginning, but my favorite Skylander, always gonna be Camo. He's my boy. But in a very close second is Shortcut. Oh, I totally forgot he can fly. That would have been useful. All right, Broccoli guy. No healing.
Next station. Oh, you.
Yeah, I know you can skip a lot of the dialogue, but as long as you guys keep me going here, I don't mind letting it play in the background, talking with you guys. I mean, what's the point of a stream if I'm just sitting here playing? I mean, if you guys would actually watch that, I'm not going to complain. Me sitting here in silence, playing a game, you watching, talking with each other in the chat. This is indeed Chompy Mountain. Level 3. We chased off Chompy Mage before, but gotta go find him again. Yeah, I can't do quests right now. For those of you who just joined, I planned poorly and forgot to grab my traps before I came over here, so I'm kind of trapped in this area right now between a bunch of cords and electronics, and I don't want to mess anything up right now. So honestly, I don't know where I put my traps. They are not in my box of trap team characters, so they have to be in a different box somewhere, and I need to find them. But that means I cannot do these quests right now. It means I cannot actually trap any villains right now. It's kind of rough. Oh, Rattleshake. Yes, he is another one of my favorites. And that's kind of why I tend to put Undead on top as one of my ones. Between Rattleshake and who else did I just say? Shortcut.
Ready for another
Like, they are way up there. I don't have enough for an upgrade, do I? No. Blackout needs an upgrade, but he's dead.
That's the last one, Skylander.
I didn't even think about that, but yes, I am quite trapped.
Mabu Defense Force. Hey, great. Nice going. You better head over there, Skylander. Quick style. Don't want those noobs.
Quick style, a quick draw. Yeah, quick draw Rattleshake. Actually, yeah, that's why he's sitting up here too. Quick draw Rattleshake is like one of the top figures out there. I loved Rattleshake, period. But once Quick Draw Rattleshake came out, I didn't want any other figure besides that one.
As I feared, the Mabu Defense Force were immediately captured and taken to separate jail cells. See if you can rescue those guys and let them know we'll
God
probably
protect
need to spend
Mabu.
a bit more time training
So helpless.
before their next mission.
Like we already discussed, like they cannot be harmed. So can I just leave them in the cages and come back for them later? Pushing cannons is one of the most annoying things in this game. In any game, actually. Can he even be hit? Well, okay, he can be hit. I was gonna say, I don't think the chompies can get me, but okay, bigger guys can get you yet. Because otherwise, you just sit up there and fly and can't be harmed. That would have been awesome.
Dino power!
Level up.
Get me out of here, Skylander. And sorry we rushed in ahead of you like that, but I was able to figure out how their elevator system works.
Quick draw Rattleshake. He's the one.
Axe to the max! Can't stop.
All right, we got just collect more things.
Dynamite!
Come back, Chopper. Got something for you to chomp on. Or blow up. Yeah, Pirate Dad. Eon did send me a picture of the Heartbreaker buckshot. That I don't know how you guys do that. I could not sit there and go. I mean, I'm assuming you basically had to go frame by frame because that's not an easily noticeable image. But that's fantastic that you found one. Like, you know they're out there. You know they're out there. They maybe didn't produce them in mass, but
Skylanders of the light element are stronger in this zone.
they had to have prototypes made to realize that they were too scary, right?
Fossil fuel.
Stompy Mage. What do we got? Something with these blocks. No, you're supposed to be able to... Oh, there's a button. Okay. Never sure if you're supposed to push blocks or if there's a button for them. But that's one of the things I love about Skylanders. Is like, you can't mess up. So many other games, you'd be able to like work yourself into a spot where you can't actually solve it.
Nice of you to rescue me, Skylander. Here, I can help you take the next elevator.
Wait, I skipped an undead gate? Ah, I didn't mean to do that. I was going to try to hit all those gates.
Framed, okay?
Broccoli guy.
Probably because I was talking about something and got distracted.
It's not gonna happen.
Like I said, I don't stream a lot, so I have to work on talking to people and concentrating on what I'm doing at the same time. Right now I need to focus on the healer, because there's no healing going on in this cave. Unless you're healing me. Are you healing me, Champion Mage? Broccoli guy? Whatever your name is. At least he's not damaging me. And so now we just sit here and shoot him because he has nobody to fight for him. Because all he can do is heal. Heal, heal, heal. Damage, damage, damage. Hey, come back here. I'm a level 1 guy. I don't have a lot of attacks. Oh, is that more effective? I don't know. Oh, it's kind of not when he's moving. There we go.
Broccoli
All right.
guy.
Yeah, Broccoli guy is pretty funny.
Put a life trap.
But yeah, there's some good writing that went in these games. I remember in particular, I laugh a lot in the arena challenges, I think. Whoever's announcing the arena challenges, I remember laughing a lot during those. Forget what game that was in though. Was that is that in Trap Team? Because I think there were minis in that game. Man, it's been far too long since I played these games, man. I need to. I feel so bad having to continually ask you guys about, you know, how to play these games. I should be able to. I think the only games I won't be able to stream are Spyro's Adventure and Giants. Just because I only have them on PS3 and I don't think I can stream that right now. At least not with this setup. But anything Swap Force through Imaginators, I should be able to stream. So, hi Leah, how you doing? Shocks, welcome to the stream. Chill Bill and Broccoli Eye and Imaginators. No, I don't think that's what I'm talking about. I need another figure first here. Flipwreck. I probably haven't played with you either.
Making waves.
I want to say it was some bigger guy like man. I need to go find it. Like there are some jokes in one of those arena levels that I legitimately just laugh out loud the whole time. We'll sit there in the arena and let it play. Okay, what do you got? You can ride on your wheel. Oh, so you kind of have a hover thing going on too. Well, that's kind of cool. Well, why didn't I play with these guys more before? Do you just have an endless hover as well? Until you get hit? Oh. Well, that hurt. Man. Okay. When he lands attacks, they're actually quite powerful.
Oh, thank goodness you got me out of there. I was starting.
Oh, man.
I also
Brock,
found out
yes.
where that awful chompy mage
Brock's
is.
the guy I'm pretty sure I'm thinking
On
of.
the next floor. I can. Did it take you there?
But
on,
maybe you're right. Maybe Broccoli Guy is Comte. I don't know. Oh, I hope Chopper wasn't that sad.
You don't mind if I wait right here, do you? I'm still getting back into the swing of this whole.
I've been hearing a lot of people still need to get Flip Wreck, and I'm still of the opinion, well, that the core figures in Trap Team just weren't necessary for the game, and so a lot of people didn't get them. It's like if you had to decide where to spend your money, are you going to spend your money on the stronger figures that can unlock new areas in the game? Or are you going to spend them on the cute little core figures that don't unlock anything? They're going to die faster until you level them up. And like, I mean, I think there's only one right answer there. Like, for most people at least. Alright, we need you to level up real fast, like. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, we might have to just pull out someone who's leveled up a little bit for this right now.
Max to the max!
Arise, my jumpy brethren!
Sorry, your chompy brethren aren't doing so hot right now.
I suppose I should make this a little tougher. Round 2.
Oh, chompy mage, I'll lose so much. Five jumps. What are you doing, man? 6 jumps. Now I could really use someone that can hover. That would have been nice.
I see the problem.
I wonder if you can just hover over all those fire rings.
To defeat you. Instead, I
That
have
would
just
be
been
useful.
incrementally increasing the difficulty. Well, that's about to change.
Super magma form.
All right, sorry about the bushwhack. Who else we got here? Pull out someone else fun, hopefully. Here's another one of my favorites from this game. He'll be leveled up. See if I remember how to play as him, though. But
Star fight!
apparently that rainbow hat must have been a good one. I have to look up the stats later, but I have it on a few of these characters, so I'm assuming it was pretty good.
Chompy Mage defeated.
Put a life trap in the portal.
I don't have a life trap, which seems really weird to say, but I just don't have my traps with me right now. I have to get them next time. Okay, I guess on this file I don't have all the things unlocked, but yeah, I have all my villains somewhere. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, man, should have skipped over that one area. I still wouldn't have had no lives lost because I'm not paying attention and playing with level 1 guys. But, oh well. We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
Tell me, what happened to the
Infinitely
trophy
replay the same level over and over. You should be able to. Yeah, I mean, because you have to go back and get the 3 stars.
I kind of forgot.
And so that's something that I mean, you have to be able to replay them sometime, somehow.
Might have flipped. He could be working for the Skylanders now.
No matter.
Yeah, I've never really figured out which, like, I've never really been one for ranking different types of things. So, I mean, ranking the games I can kind of do. Yeah, but yeah, I've never ranked all the chaos fights or ranked all the best magic moments, as Pirate Dad says. It's rough. Favorite gimmick? Yeah, my favorite gimmick, I think, is Swap Force, the Swappers. Like that just had so many possibilities, and I mean, the tech behind it is amazing.
Quiet, fool. Just keep still. After all I've done for them.
I was really surprised as they moved into dark and light elements that we didn't get more of them. Like, yeah, I think they wanted to keep them as minor elements. Sure, fine. And yeah, they wanted them to be a little bit more rare, whatever. But they especially by the time they got to superchargers, they would have had the ability to create a lot more. And they were such cool elements. Like, I will admit in the beginning, like before we got them, I was very happy with 8 elements. I didn't think we needed any more. Once we got light and dark, I did warm up to them a little bit, and they...
Well, it's a good thing you got the awesomest and most...
I won't say that they're some of my favorites, but they did very well with what they had, or what they gave us. And like I said, I haven't even played with them all that much. It's like you saw Blackout there. I like haven't played with him at all. I don't even know what he can do. So that's something that I'll have to keep exploring. But I think, let's see, for tonight, light core, light and dark. That would be interesting. I could see that. Freeze Blade, he's okay. Not one of my top ones, but I do like that he's faster. I do appreciate that, because anyone with a high base level is gonna be just better overall. All right, we're gonna keep going back to Blackout here because I want to see what he can do. Actually, do you have money yet, Blackout? We're trying to collect some money for you. All right, looks like we should be able to get your first upgrade. Can you fly? Not yet, at least. You have wings. Like, everybody else can hover and fly. Why can't you?
Magical upgrade?
Hey, Mike. My favorite element to play with. I've been telling people all day, all night tonight, like, that I like Life, but the more I think about it, I think I really like the undead characters. I didn't even check what this power does. I should have read that description before I bought it, so I know what's going on.
Overshadowing all others.
What? Nope. Too far. Powers. Wing whip or black holes that hold in and pull enemies in, hold and release. Teleport. Ooh, that'll take some practice. Okay. I don't usually hold the buttons. So that's gonna be whoa, wait. Okay. That's unique. I'm gonna have to work on that. But yeah, I like a lot of the undead guys. Shortcut and Rattle Shake are two of my go-tos when I have the choice. I'm not trying to level up other characters. Thanks for stopping by, Pirate Dad. Have fun at work. Yes, we got to get those watch hours. For anybody who's not aware, we are trying to get up to 4,000 watch hours. It is a lot of watch hours.
Sure.
But I found
While I
out that
may
these
not be the
streams
biggest bird
help
fan in the world,
immensely.
this one
Not
does
only, I
sound
mean,
pretty special.
so we have like
Kinda reminds me of
10 people in here right now or so. But if we have 10 people watching for 2 hours apiece, that's 20 hours right there. Like, we can rack up some hours pretty quickly. Not to mention all the replay watches. Repos, thank you for stopping by.
You know, these birds kind of reminds me of something. What the?
Hey, stranger.
All right.
I mean, Tessa.
I think this is going to be the last level for tonight. Like I said, this is just a test stream. When I do this for real, I'll have more time to extend these streams. But yeah, we're just going to do one more level tonight. And then I got a few other things I got to get done. In particular, I'm going to head off and watch the NFL draft. I don't know if anybody else watches football, but it's something I like to do. So I'm gonna check out and see what that has to offer this year. But
Heroes like us, and since there are no other heroes like us, it's just
one more level. I got one more level in me tonight yet.
Right. Anyway, I was thinking that we could go scout ahead, try to find the Phoenix Chicken, while the Skylanders take care of the bad guys.
Oh, and on the way, I can catch you up on all the latest adventures of Flynn the Pilot. Spoiler alert, they're all awesome.
All right, Blackout. Let's see if we can actually get you to level up. It's something we haven't actually done yet.
Hey, Skylander. Have you seen any crazy nuts hanging around this place?
No, not soccer. American football.
I'm talking about you. I mean these magical.
Sorry if I have
and if you take one over to a spot like
on
this, kablam!
an international audience. But yeah, American football. I actually don't know if soccer has a draft. I can't say I follow soccer that closely, so I wouldn't even know. Sorry, Blackout. Got distracted again. All right. We're going to try to level up Echo this time and actually pay attention to what I'm doing.
Let's make some noise.
That's fair. Not everybody needs to enjoy football. Even sleeping over there.
Quicken my weight.
Oh, bird travel still freaks me out.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone.
So many bridges. We're all the bad guys.
Surging ahead.
Oh, no. I remember this place. Okay. We're just going to run around in circles for a little while. Trying to collect everything. Don't think that was a bad guy, but I hit it anyway. Your quest that I can't do right now. We're gonna have to come back later. Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay. This is not the area I was thinking of. Never mind.
Shred ahead, troll tool.
Shred not.
Ah? Hmm.
Shred not.
Okay, you need to be faster, Echo, and you need some more health. All right, so that's not going to work. You know what? Let's go back to our buddy, Fist Bump. I haven't seen him in a while. Sealed Series 1 Stump Smash. Kind of want to open on 10-year anniversary. Series 1, I mean, it's not going to be worth a whole lot. I would say at least not a standard figure. Wow. Fist Bump, you just got beat up. Okay. Like, it's cool if you have a collection, especially a sealed collection. But then I would just keep the whole collection sealed. So I would say, yeah, if that's something like you want to use to celebrate the 10th anniversary, I think that'd be a great way to go about it. Drop R, feel better, you get beat up too. All right. Who else we got in this box? Maybe some more level 1 figures? Core figures?
Monkey see, monkey do.
Get sealed Skylanders now. Do not unseal this unless you have to. Yeah, I mean, the nice part about Skylanders is that you don't have to unbox them to use them in the game. Like, you can use them still boxed, so maybe use that to your advantage. Oh, sure enough, that's your image there, avatar icon. Sorry about that. Sorry about getting him killed so fast. See what we got in Torch.
Fire it up!
Oh, going down. But you're not coming down after me, are you? All right, we'll go back up.
Up high! Hot, hot, hot!
That's not going to work.
Shred not defeated.
Or will work. I'll just die at the same time. Okay. Yeah, I mean, keeping them sealed does take up a lot of storage. That is a huge downside. I didn't mind opening mine because, like, I knew I was going to play with them. I made unboxing videos to go along with it. We'll just put snapshot on the portal here to finish off the level. Or at least get back on. Yes, it was a noble sacrifice from Torch. Oh, we still got guys up here. bombs. Not nice. Doesn't work if both of us have ranged weapons.
Going up.
Oh. Trolls instead of sheep. No, the sheep are fantastic in Skylanders. I appreciate how they handle the sheep.
The Flockerbirds, protectors of the Phoenix chicken.
We won't let anyone get past us.
Although we have
Their Halloween figures in general are all pretty good.
and are pretty hungry.
I do appreciate the Halloween variants that they've come out with over the years. Like as simple as Pumpkin Eyebrow is, like he's a pretty cool variant. I just wish he was an in-game variant.
Skylanders of the life element are stronger in this zone.
Like that's my only complaint about those.
All washed up.
You should not be collecting all this experience. Here, we'll pull out the counterpart. Head blackout, here's Spotlight.
Time to shine.
Yes, thank you. I did get the Light Core Pop Fizz. So, I hate to say it, but what do those rings do? Do those do damage? I need some bad guys. A few years back, when I didn't think I would be making any more Skylanders content, in the past 4 years, I've moved.
Rise and shine.
Yeah, in the past 4 years, I moved like 3 times. Those rings do damage. Okay. I love the knockback on that. That's awesome. Spotlight, you're pretty cool. But I kept just moving my Skylanders around from box to box to box, and I wasn't using them. I wasn't creating new content with them or anything. And I just felt that it was time to start paring down my collection a little bit. And I kind of regret it. But my collection currently consists of the first appearance of each character, and then some variants that either I really liked or some like chase variants that I personally found in stores and stuff like that. I actually got rid of a lot of figures. So that's part of the reason that I'm buying up a bunch of these big lots, is I need to get back some of those figures that I gave up. But it's man, I don't know if my collection will actually get back to where it used to be. Because yeah, I got rid of a lot of figures. Oh, she can just hold this thing. It doesn't have to be a blast. It's just a... Let's spin around in a circle and hit everybody. And with the knockback, can you even defeat her? Don't get me. I don't think you can... Wow. Spotlight OP. I'm gonna throw it out there right now. Spotlight might be super OP. I'm sorry if I'm ignoring the chat right now, but I am super enamored by Spotlight. Oh, okay. Chill Bill can still kind of get through there.
Skylanders are the warmth
I need to work on that.
strongest.
But so ranged guys are still going to be able to get me. Okay, good to know. But any melee guys, I don't think can even hit me. Keep it up, Spotlight. Oh, that experience is going to level up. Oh, come back here. Yeah. That's exactly what I needed. Hey, get out of my camera. You're going the wrong way. I'm over here. Uh-oh, there's range guys. Range is bad. Okay, and if I get hit by a ranged attack, that interrupts my little stream here as well. Good to know. Okay, focus one guy at a time. Spotlight is going to win the day, though. That is fantastic. Wow. All right.
Yes, I have to admit that when I first saw you teaming up with a bad guy, I was nervous. Nervous and also kind of hungry. But after seeing that, and
yeah, the Archeans were a fantastic
fantastic
group as well. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have gotten rid of all the figures that I did. Like, I didn't need to. They could have sat around in boxes a little bit longer. But yeah, this is another character now. Like, I'm super curious to find out, like, if that is her base ability. Like, how much better can she get? Yeah, I mean, well, I almost wonder, like, I thought Blackout was pretty good too, but, like, Spotlight for sure is amazing. And I just kind of wonder if they intentionally made the Light and Dark a little bit more powerful. But that kind of sucks for everybody else who wasn't able to get them. And I think maybe that's part of the reason I haven't heard about them before. Like, nobody has them. No one can experiment with them.
I aim to freeze.
Skylanders 7, I don't think there is anything in development right now. Will they ever make one? I hope so. Honestly, though, I think if we get another Skylanders game, it's not going to be like these games. It's not going to be the games we're used to. There's probably not going to be physical figures. I think it'll be digital. Like, that only makes sense to me. Like, in this day and age, it doesn't make sense to it doesn't make sense to come out with at least not in the numbers that they used to. They're not going to be able to get away with that again, I don't think. I mean, even though all their competition is gone, I mean, I suppose that would be the time to do it, is make a comeback after everybody else is out of the game.
Chill Bill
But
defeated.
Like I just have a hard time seeing that happening.
This villain.
But that's why I think like either a Smash Brothers style game, or I mean even like the League of Legends or something like that. Anything like that has, you know, they've proven that you can totally get away with all digital. People will still buy your characters. You can still make plenty of money. It's you can do stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I think it'll be interesting. I'm a little bit sad that there probably won't be anything huge, no huge announcements or anything for the 10-year anniversary. I think it's a little bit too early for a remaster, as much as I'd love to see that. It's like I would love to be able to play SSA and Giants on this generation of consoles.
Now let's go.
But I just have a hard time seeing it happening right now.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone.
Starlink, I never got into it. Yeah, and I think, I mean, that's kind of the model you need to go with. Is you can, like, and I mean, even Skylanders kind of got into that at the end when they started going on Switch and stuff. I mean, it was never fully digital, but like they got the idea. It's like, okay, you can get away with making digital characters and people will still play your game. And I think, especially people who have done it in the past, anyone who's played Skylanders in the past will probably want to buy the figures. Anyone who's picking it up for the first time or just doesn't want to deal with storage for whatever reason might choose to go the all digital route. And I think either way they go about it, like, they're still going to make their money. I don't think that is going to be a problem at all. So I would love to see
Look like a Skylander
something.
to protect his mama bird from the big bad chef. I just want to make an extra spicy omelet and blow everyone up. Is that really such a bad thing?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be some level of nostalgia, but yeah, you're right. Another 5 to 10 years, probably, most likely. I hate to wait that long, but that might be what it takes.
Get him!
I think the decline ultimately started with Swap Force, and it wasn't entirely their fault. Like I said, that's when they started getting competition, which they should have known about and should have planned a little bit better for, but they just, with that third year, every year they produced more and more figures. And Swap Force, I believe they produced more figures than any other year. But they didn't get to sell nearly as many because they had competition. And that meant that their sales numbers looked bad. That meant they had a lot of extra stock. That meant that retailers saw figures sitting on their shelves more than they ever had before. So they were a little bit more shy to invest in the franchise after that. They saw there was competition. They had to give shelf space to the other franchises. And it just didn't, nothing played in their favor after that. I mean, other than them being the original franchise. But they were always going to have the toughest road because they were creating new IP. And I applaud them for that again and again and again, making new characters year after year after year. Whereas every other Toys to Life franchise had it easy. You had Disney Infinity. They were just taking the characters from their movies, sticking them in character form, which, I mean, they're used to making merchandise already, and then they stuck them in a subpar game. But people bought it because they knew the characters. Same thing then happened with Amiibo. They used existing IP, and people bought the figures, even though you couldn't play with them in the game. They had extremely, extremely limited functionality, but people bought them because they were collectible figurines of characters they knew. Like, no one was going to say, come into the video game Toys to Life aisle, find a figure of Boomer and say, hey, I remember this guy, and pick him up just to collect him. Whereas someone walked down the same aisle and saw a Princess Peach figure or saw a Sonic the Hedgehog figure and say, hey, I remember that guy. Let's pick up that figure. It didn't matter if it did anything. It was just a cool collectible figure. And I mean that happened once again with Lego Dimensions, which worked on two fronts. There are people who just collect Legos to collect Legos, and there are people who collected them because they used all these existing IPs that people loved, and so they were able to sell that way. Whereas Skylanders was always fighting an uphill battle, creating brand new IP that no one knew any of the characters. No one knew. Other than Spyro. He was the only existing IP. Everybody else was new. So it was tough. Starter pack for $10 at Best Buy. I'm like, Red Man. For $10, I'd give it a shot too. I could see that.
With one of her eggs for his omelet of spicy doom.
Are we sure that's a bad thing?
Skylanders area theme park. Once again, they have the roster. They've built the worlds, but they don't have the same the same nostalgia factor. They don't have the same following that, like I said, like the Nintendo characters have. So like that they can do with Amiibo, and they're going to open up, Nintendo World at Universal. I believe it's opening in Japan this year, and it's going to be coming to Florida eventually, but who knows when at this point. But it's going to be tough, and I think down the road, like I said, the nostalgia needs to creep in a little bit more. Then we'll have the generation that grew up with Skylanders will be introducing it to their kids, hopefully. If you guys have any kids now, please introduce it to your kids so that we can have multiple generations who love the Skylanders franchise. Show them Skylanders Academy on Netflix. And then, 5-10 years down the road, they can come back and say, hey, remember this game? Introduce this to your kids now. Here's Skylanders for the next generation. And it can be a thing then. And we need to build on that year over year, game over game. And hopefully Activision is willing to do that. We'll find out. Don't know for sure, but I don't know what their plans are. But I would love to see all that as well.
We've got that ship on the run. I have used my secret ninja commando tracking skills to locate his position.
Yeah, I mean, there are people who would argue that Skylanders is dead. I mean, they haven't really put out new content. I mean, I guess you could say there's Ring of Heroes, but even I gave up on Ring of Heroes. Maybe we can talk about that another time, but
I should warn you that the chef cruises
giving away Swap Force characters, yeah. I believe that.
some serious anti-aircraft.
Good point. Good point. Cinder and Sparks were also there. I mean, if Sparks were like an actual playable character, that would have been fun. But yes, I always forget about Cinder. Cinder was a known quantity as well.
Came by looking for you. Why don't you go see what he wants?
Pokemon expansion. That could be a thing as well. So I mean, you make a good point there. They did towards the end start incorporating existing IP. And that did bring some people over. But mostly what it did was get people to buy those figures and then give up on... I mean, they didn't even necessarily buy the game, which is fine. But that I mean, didn't really add people to the Skylanders family. They just sold, you know, a few more figures to people who weren't buying them before. So yeah, but those were major IPs that they did incorporate eventually. Donkey Kong, Bowser, Crash, and Cortex. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot they could do though. I mean, if they were willing to do that. So they did want to promote Crash, I think. Yeah. But I mean, it made it also kind of easy for them because they had the rights to that character already too, right? They didn't, it wasn't like the deal they had to make with Nintendo to get Bowser and Donkey Kong in there. Like, that's not something Activision had access to natively. Whereas with the other franchise, like, yeah, they could just kind of insert as needed. So, all right, guys and girls, that's all I got for tonight. That's where we're gonna call it. Thank you for everybody who stuck around for the whole thing. If you're rewatching this, thank you for rewatching and adding to that total that we're trying to get up those 4,000 hours. It's a lot of hours, but these past 2 days in particular, we've been making a ton of progress. If you haven't yet, go check out those figure focus videos. Gil Grunt, I just underestimated how many people love Gil Grunt, or something happened with that video. It just has blown up. It is, if it hasn't gotten there already, it was just like 10 views away from being the #1 figure focus video out there, and it's only been out for 2 days. So go check them out. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you want to see next. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when we're streaming next, when all the new videos are coming out. If you want to support me monetarily, you can become part of the SCL VIP family. You can do that over at supportscl.com. That'll take you to the page where you can sign up for that. You can make one-time donations, or you can become a monthly member and help us make decisions on what videos are going to come out next. It's all part of the thing. There'll be more things growing over there as well. But that's where we're starting for now. So thank you once again for hanging out. I've had a lot of fun doing this. Like I said, yeah, if you guys enjoy these streams, if this kind of stream works for you, I can do this very, very regularly. Because yeah, this is my kind of stream. This is where I love to just sit back, casually play Skylanders. Like I said, I need to level up some guys so I can do some other things for you, some fancier things. If we want to get into the lock type of streams, like, I'm gonna need some level up guys. These level 1 characters aren't gonna do it. That would be an interesting lock to play with all level 1 characters. Oof. I don't know if that would work. I'd have to play on easy or something, I think. But Portal Power TV was here. Man, missed that. I might have to scroll through these comments again. I'm sorry if I missed anybody out there. I thank you all for joining, for checking it out. And yeah, eventually I will have an actual streaming schedule. I'll be able to advertise that for you guys. But right now, like I said, this was a test stream. I just got the last adapter I needed to set up my my stream tonight. So I wanted to test that out, make sure everything worked how I wanted it to. So it seems to work. Streamed for over 2 hours and was able to interact with you guys, and looks like the stream's still holding up. So I do not have a private Discord. There is a Skylanders Discord out there. I could probably put a link to that somewhere, or maybe if you follow me on social media, I can try to put a link to the Discord out there if anybody wants to check us out there. I do hang out there from time to time. But I don't have one for SCL right now. So it's something that may come, but that the Discord they have over there is pretty awesome. Yes, Pirate Dad was here. He did get Robo for Eon. That was a fantastic video. I mean, thank you guys for checking me out, but go check out the other SkyTubers out there. They're putting out some great content, and they're all playing well with each other. So, with that being said, I'm out for tonight. Thank you for stopping by. We'll get some more streams out here. You guys seem to enjoy this. I enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon.